Hari Om. We are studying Bhagavad Gita, Chapter 1, Arjuna Vishada Yoga, Sloka 8 to 19. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahano Bhunaktu Sahaviryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Atha Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishatsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Arjuna Vishada Yogo Nama Pradhamodhyayaha. After reviewing the formation of Pandava's army, confidently arrayed by the son of Drupada, Duryodhana, though nervous, fearful, and doubtful about his army's success, continued to speak to his teacher Dronacharya about his own army. Very interestingly, he called his teacher a Dvijottama, or twice born. It denotes a Brahmin considered as twice born because his birth from the mother initially, and thereafter through continuous tapas, one gains more and more discipline, knowledge through contemplation. Brahmanas normally have a greater share of softness in their heart, especially to dear and near. Duryodhana was doubtful about the loyalty of his teacher, and he considers that he is very soft towards his dear students Arjuna as well as Drushtadumna. Sloka 8. Bhavan Bhishmascha Karnascha Krupascha Samitinjayah Asvattama Vikarnascha Saumadatistadhaivacha. 9. Anye cha bahuva sura madharde tyakta jivita nana sastra praharana sarve yuddha visarada. 10. Aparyaptam tadasmakam palam bhishmabhirakshitam paryaptam dvitametesham balam bhimabhirakshitam. Sloka 11. Ayaneshu cha sarveshu yatha bhagamavastitaha bhishmamevabhirakshantu avatah sarva eva hi. Tasya sanjanayanarharsham kururuddha pitamaha simhanadam vinadyochaihi sankam dadmo pratapavan. 15. Tatas sankascha bherascha panavanaka gomukha sahasaivabhyahanyanta sasabdustu bhavat. Tasvetairhayairyukte mahati syandane stito madavaha pandavaschaiva divyai sankho pradatmatu. Panchajanyam hrushikesaha devadattam dhananjayaha paundram dadmo mahasankam bhimakarma vrukodara. Sloka 16. Ananta Vijayam Raja Kunti Putro Yudhishthiraha नकुलः सहदेवश्च सुघोषमणिपुष्पकौ कास्यश्च परमेश्वासः शिखण्डी च महारथः दृष्टद्युम्नो विराटश्च सात्यकिश्च पराजितः 18 द्रुपदो द्रौपदेयाश्च सर्वशः पृथिवीपते सौभद्रश्च महाबाहुः शङ्खान्दुद्मुः पृथक् पृथक् सघोषोदार्तराष्ट्राणां हृदयानि व्यधारयत् नभश्च पृथिवीं चैव tumulophyanunaadayan. In Sloka 8, Duryodhana mentions the great warriors in his army, the Bhishma Pitamaha, Karna, Krupa, Aswadhama, Vikarna, and son of Somadatta and himself, that is Dronacharya. In spite of praise of his own army, Dronacharya did not respond to insulting words, the twice born mentioned by Duryodhana. Sloka 9, he also indicated that many other heroes also determined to fight the war and give up their lives to his sake, that is the Duryodhana's sake. Sloka 10, Duryodhana compares the army of Kauravas defended by Bhishma Pitamaha is insufficient in spite of its vastness, but the army of Pandavas, though small, defended by Bhima and Arjuna is sufficient. Bhishma is the commander-in-chief of Kauravas' army and considered as a defender. Sloka 11, Duryodhana continues to indicate that Bhishma, the defender of Kauravas' army, need to be protected by the entire army. He realized that integration of different battalions of army is critical and the backbone of any army's success. He instructed all the commanders to work harmoniously to protect the commander-in-chief Bhishma. Seeing what is happening in the battlefield and the conversation between Duryodhana and Dronacharya, the Bhishma Pitamaha, the oldest of Kauravas, now sounded aloud his Conch, that is the Sankha. Realizing the situation in the battlefield and Duryodhana continuously speaking to Dronacharya and other warriors, Bhishma Pitamaha, with a lion roar, blew his conch to send a unwavering waves of confidence into the hearts of commanders of his army. Mayeva mana adhatsva mayi buddhim nivesaya nivasishyasi mayeva atavurdhvam na samsayah. Summary of Sloka 14. On the other side of the army, both Lord Krishna and Arjuna, stationed on a great chariot drawn by white horses, sounded their conch shells. In contrast with the conch shells blown by Bhishma Pitamaha, the conch shells in the hand of Krishna and Arjuna are described as transcendental. The sounding of the transcendental conch shells indicate that there was no hope of victory for the other side because Krishna was on the side of Pandavas. Besides that, the chariot on which both Lord Krishna and Arjuna were seated had been donated by Agni, the fire god, to Arjuna, and this indicated that this chariot was capable of conquering all sides, where it was drawn over the three worlds. Summary of Sloka 15. Lord Krishna blew his conch shell called Panchajanya. Arjuna blew his the Devadatta, and Bhima, the vicarious eater and performer of Herculean tasks, blew his terrific conch shell called Poundra. Lord Krishna is referred to as Rishikesha in this verse because he is the owner of all senses. The living entities are part and parcel of him. Therefore, the senses of living entities are also part and parcel of his senses. Later, we will discuss the different names of Bhagavan Sri Krishna and Arjuna in detail. Sloka 16 and 18 summarizes the conchs which were blown by King Yudhishthira, Nakula and Sahadeva, and the great archer King Kasi, Sikhandi, Drushtadumna, Virata, and unconquerable Satyaki, Drupada, the son of Draupadi, and others. Sloka 19 summarizes the blowing of conchs by the Pandavas' army. The blowing of these different conch shells became uproarious, vibrating in the sky and on the earth. It shattered the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra. When Bhishma and others on the side of Duryodhana blew their respective conch shells, there was no heart-breaking on the part of the Pandavas. Such occurrences are not mentioned, but in this particular verse, it is mentioned that the hearts of the sons of Dhritarashtra were shattered by the sounds vibrated by Pandava's party. This is due to the Pandavas and their confidence in Lord Krishna. One who takes shelter in Supreme Lord has nothing to fear, even in the midst of the greatest calamity. What symbolizes the sound of a conch or a Sankha? It symbolizes the sound of Om, the sound of Shankha. How we relate these slokas in our lives? Duryodhana not only insulted his teacher, but also was doubtful in his loyalty towards Kaurava's army. We might have or may have seen many Duryodhanas in our lifetime, that is, the doubting masters. Insulting elders have become common in these doubting masters. A practical tip was provided by Dronacharya, that is, not to respond or become angry, but to stay focused, be silent, and go on doing what one is expected to do in difficult situations. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.